Greetings, Star Trek Fleet Commanders. I am the Angry Rhino. So, not much going on today, Sunday, in game anyway. A little bit going on for me. Spent the last hour, I guess, trying to figure out how to turn my cell phone, which is what I'm looking at right here, my cell phone, into a webcam so I don't need to transfer all my videos from my tablet or my phone to my computer and then do the editing for the video. Yeah. Sometimes I wonder about the design of some of these apps. I'm sure that people designing them are super smart and are super good at their job. But I think sometimes they fail to realize who they are making these apps for or who potentially could be using these apps. I think most likely it's people that don't know computers as well as they do. Like this guy. Yeah. Yeah, so still using my phone to record my video and audio of me, and I will be uploading it to the computer until I figure something better out. Good news is, though, see the little mouse on the screen? Hopefully this is working. And how I'm looking this way as I do the game. Hopefully this is OBS. Don't remember what it stands for, but me on the PC client. So hopefully all the in-game stuff is already on my computer, so that is kind of one less step I have to go through, which should be nice. And with all that, I think I completely forgot what I was actually going to talk about in a video today. I don't know. Got me to thinking, like, I know what I want to talk about. The problem is I don't have Hugh, since it is Sunday. Talk about Swarm Crews. I do kind of like how the PC client, like, everything's expanded. Like, I can see all 7 of my presets on the screen here, whereas on my tablet, I gotta scroll. So it is kind of nice. I think at one point the PC client wasn't working too well for me, and that's why I started with my tablet, not, trying to figure out the PC client. Like, especially got screwed up when I was attacking hostiles. It wouldn't show the ship moving towards the hostiles and then their little fancy little dance for engaging. It would just, like, everything was still. Like, the ship was here, and then I told it to go attack, and it would just magically go over here to the hostile, and then the hostile would just blow up. Not sure what they did. They updated something, or something somewhere got updated by somebody. So it would appear that it works better. What the hell was it? Oh. This is the crew. I'm pointing over here like you can see me you can't see me because it's way off camera now. This is the crew to use for swarms if you have Jayla. You're getting extra loot with her captain ability, which is nice because when you get up there, these Franklin A's are hard to level up. Double shots with her officer ability, and that will increase when you tier her up. Oh, that's not what I wanted to do. Well, shoot. Randomly hitting buttons over here. No, that's not what I wanted to do either. Oh my god. Snooze Spock, New Spock, however you want to call him. You know this. You're on an explorer. You fight interceptors. You get mitigation. Good mitigation, especially if he's maxed. Yes, I know, I'm sure it's, oh, you're a big super player and you got them all maxed. Well, part of that is the sourcing. If you have the Mantis, the sourcing for, especially the rare, in Strange New World is fantastic. Yes, I did pay to get the Mantis early. That's why I'm so pissed off about the Mantis. But when you do get the Mantis, the sourcing for those rares is ridiculous. It's like, I'm thinking the person that designed that had nothing to do with this game, because normally they don't source officers that well. It's like, what the hell was going on there? And then Kang, more piercing stats. I think some people actually want to do their little basic crew, a more traditional hostile grinding crew, and they want to use, oh my god, I am clicking all over the place today. You go here and you go there and you go there. Maybe something that looks like that is what they want to use to kill swarms. Here's the problem though, at least what I see the problem with New Pike is, yes, your captain ability, you get more of the swarm damage to you goes to your shields instead of your hull. That's nice. And then there is the officer ability, the one that increases when you increase New Pike's tier. Hostile shield absorption. Swarms don't have shields, right? So, yes, the captain ability is nice, but the officer ability, you get nothing from it. So, if it works for you, it works for you. But it might be better to go try to find a less traditional hostile grinding crew that can still work for you, but you can take full advantage of all your officer and captain and below deck abilities. What I would suggest, if you don't have Jayla, especially if you don't have Jayla, but maybe you have Hugh, which is why I was saying I kind of wanted to wait to talk about this, but I think this works because when I finally do unlock you, if I ever unlock you, been doing max pulls on a stupid ass epic Borg chest for, I don't know, like a week. Haven't got any Hugh shards. Now with this crew, if you like, you don't have Jayla. If you have Jayla, then you should definitely be using Jayla to get them double shots. But essentially, maybe a poor man's, if you will, poor man's Jayla crew could be, with Hugh below deck, you're going to get your critical hits. So Gorkon's going to put you hull breach, plus a little bit extra critical hit in the first few rounds to kind of boost that ability to get hull breach early. So you get criticals with your Hugh, then your hull breach makes them shots even bigger. Then Kang, if you stack enough attack, you're going to just annihilate the swarm mitigation, the swarm's mitigation. So essentially turning your normal number of shots into really, really big shots that don't get mitigated, thus almost counting them as two. I really wish I had Hugh and I could go test to see if this actually works. But, given what I know about this game, I'm willing, I don't know if I'm willing to put money. I ain't got no damn money. What was I going to say? Oh, and especially since this, this is pretty good for the freebooters. There's not too much of a difference between the freebooters and the swarms. Yeah, there is a shield, but essentially it's high amount of hit points, right? And it's not necessarily that they have a low amount of damage. It's just when you're comparing a ratio between hit points and damage, it's skewed a little bit more towards the hit points. By hit points, I mean shield health and hull. So while yes, some of these traditional crews like OG Pike, Moreau, and Talon, they do work. But as you climb the levels and you get the bigger and bigger and bigger swarms, you're going to see, or at least what I've seen is, you want to move away from the more conventional hostile grinding crews. Which is probably why we're doing so well with freebooters, because it's not exactly a new tactic for some of us anyway. I mean, I get that some of you have been playing the game maybe even less than a year. Some of us have been playing this probably too long to be playing a video game and have this much gray hair. But maybe that's a different story for a different day. Especially with the freebooters coming out, can show you examples of where non-traditional hostile grinding crews can really work. It is kind of already placed into the game because Moreau and Chen and Talon, they only work for, so many levels. You get to some of the big levels and they just don't work anymore. So there had to be some officers out there that allowed you to kill the really big hostiles. And now some of these new hostiles that they're coming out with have this, I guess maybe not the same, but very similar properties and attributes and stats of these 52 plus hostiles, but their levels are marked lower. Why? I don't know. Who cares? Who cares what the level is, but whatever. All right. Maybe this is enough rambling for this day. Maybe a prelude to a video coming out when I do get Hugh. One of the hostiles I'm going to try to do is Swarm. Probably with Gorkon in there for the hull breach. Take even more advantage of those critical hits. But instead of waiting until I get Hugh, which I don't know when it could be. I'm sure some of you out there, you know this game. You may have tried it. Some of you may have not. Why make you wait? Yes, you don't get to see me prove that it works, but if you have the time, there's not a whole lot of events going on. If you feel like trying it, it's an option. It's just me trying to get the information out there earlier to you instead of making you wait on me getting the officer to show you. However, comment below. Do you have Hugh? Do you like him? Do you think I'm going to like him? Be sure to like and subscribe. I am the Angry Rhino. Shields up, Commanders.